Parenthood and children. When deciding whether to be a parent or not, there are a number of factors to be considered in this life-changing decision. According to the Department of Health, becoming a parent is a decision that requires a multitude of factors to be considered. Such factors are health status, financial circumstances, emotional consideration, career goals, supporting network, and age. First, physical health is very important during pregnancy when the baby is developing. Some women may have a medical condition that can affect their decision to become pregnant. For a medical, legal, and ethical point of view, we look with Ronald Baer and Alta Charo at two aspects of parental responsibility for health of children. One regarding the ethics of screening for and treatment of HIV in pregnant women and infants, and the other in relation to Human Genome Initiative and its effects on responsibility for genetic impairment in the future. Parenting is physically demanding. A few developed habits that will keep someone in good health include healthy eating routines, exercising, and physically being with the child to help keep healthy emotions intact. Financial circumstances can determine if there is enough to provide for the basic needs of a family. Some include health care, good food, safe housing, clothing, education, transportation, and recreational activities. Emotional considerations are similarly important because parents' emotional maturity affects the quality of parenting a child will receive. Parents should love, nurture, and support the child in many aspects. Career goals should be considered as well because there is a decision parents should make if they want to travel, if they are required to work overtime, how flexible is the scheduling work hours, will there be enough time to care for the child, and if there is a leave of absence with or without pay. If an individual is pregnant but is not ready to be a parent, a couple options to be considered include abortion or an adoption. Rosie Alice states, only a small portion of women faced with such unwanted pregnancies actually resort to abortion.
When you're pregnant, that lasts for 9 months. Parenthood lasts your entire life. I'm wide awake, yeah, I was in the dark, I was falling hard with an open heart. I'm really advocating that there be mandatory parenting classes for people. All we have to do to get a driver's license is take a test. You go to college and you get a degree. There's only one thing that you need to do to be a parent, and that's have sex one time. I was adopted and it had a significant impact on me. I spent years trying to figure out why would my own mother give her child up for adoption. I really, really believe that it's so important that people know what they're getting into before they do it. Not once they're pregnant. There are so many questions people need to be asking themselves when they have their own baby debate. Am I completely 100% clear that I'm not just having a baby, I'm having a 2-year-old, a 6-year-old, a teenager? How much time have you really spent with children? It's shocking to me, but people spend more time planning a wedding than they do planning to raise a child.
Women, unlike the previous decades, have postponed having children. The reason for such a decision is many women's desire to complete their education and become established in a career are causes of postponed childbearing. See, these are statistics that are shown in the United States. Globally, the issue of teen pregnancy is seen and happens to be correlated with poverty. The United States trend is that more women are rising in middle class and education, and the image of the women that was presented in the 1950s has dissipated. Women now are more career-oriented and do not require the aid of a partner for financial stability. Consequently, many times women have found themselves being single mothers. Parenting nowadays has a plethora of challenges and advantages. Technology and access to information is a negative as well as a positive advantage to parenting in this generation. The advantage to this 21st century tool is that it enables parents to have their children be more educated and access to information that was never prevalent in prior generations. Parents can also raise their children while working at home because sometimes professions enable network calling and meeting via internet connections. Such network calling tools include FaceTime, Skype, and many other live video chat programs. The challenge of modern technology is that though it was aimed to connect individuals, it has actually done quite the opposite. Children have become more recluse and become glued to their phones, social media, games, and etc., rather than appreciate and understand the exuberance of life and the beauty that surrounds them. As a parent, it is imperative to walk the fine line of when to say too much technology is enough. Technology is constantly advancing, and some fear that our children may become so reliant on it that they will forget many other important aspects of life.